Tokyo Jungle is an action survival game developed by Crispies, released exclusively for the PS3. Originally released on 2012, just in time for the end of the world scenario that didn't happen, it takes place in the post-apocalyptic Tokyo in which humans had gone missing, and animals from the domesticated to the captive of getting smarter and turned Tokyo into their home where everything is determined by the survival of the fittest. The story of Tokyo Jungle is more or less that, but for some reason prehistoric animals had also appeared out of nowhere. No thanks to a plot device which you have to find out for yourself, but I can tell you that there are multiple stories describing a few select animals and how they cope with a world without humans. The stories include a Pomeranian learning to survive on his own, a Seeker looking for his missing mother, a Tosa having his territory taken over by beagles and eventual return, life of a lionfly, hyenas taking over animal territory, and the last story involves the reason why there are no humans in Tokyo to begin with. The game itself is separated into story and survival modes. But before I talk about either mode, the gameplay itself is pretty basic, as there's a typical life and stamina bars alongside with a hunger bar which empties until you can find food or use some food items that you can find while exploring. You can move around using the left analog stick, while the right analog stick allows you to dodge attacks from other animals in any direction, while square, cross, and circle are attack, jump, and action respectively, while triangle is used for spreading out your pack if you have any. L1 is used for sneaking around, and R1 is used for tackle-like attack. The animals are divided into two categories, the carnivorous predators and the herbivorous grazers. So there's no omnivores, despite the fact you can play as a chicken, a pig, a bear, and a chimpanzee, which are omnivores in real life. Predators are tough fighters. Depending on their size, they can easily take down slightly larger animals with an R1 attack if you're doing an ambush, and will eat both grazers and other predators, but will not commit cannibalism their own species. However, the same thing can't be applied to the four domesticated dog breeds, as they can commit cannibalism on each other, but not members of their respective breeds. Also, if you hold triangle whenever you have a pack, your pack mates will spread out and attack anything that gets in your way. Grazers, on the other hand, are weak, except for the large ones like hippos and elephants, but they make it up with their speed and stamina, alongside an ability to double jump. However, as the herbivores, they need more food than the predators in order to fill their hunger gauges. If you have pack mates, you can sacrifice one of them so you can escape from predators and reach to safety. In survival mode, you can choose which animal to play as and see how long you can survive in the wild world of Tokyo Jungle. However, they are limited to the Pomeranian and the Seeker when you start playing the game for the first time. You can unlock more animals by completing challenges, which can also grant you equipment whether or not if you can complete them on time. You have to remember that each animal species can only live up to 20 years. However, to continue playing, you have to mark your territory at 4 different points, find a mate, and press it by consuming as much calories as you can so you can pass part of your chosen animal's stats to your offspring permanently, along with an added bonus of having a pack in the form of siblings who also double as extra lives. However, if you die in survival mode, your stats will be carried over to the next play session, so you don't have to start all over again to regain stats. The most annoying part of survival mode, like in real life, is the weather conditions. It's pretty random and it can hinder your chances in finding food, as different weather conditions can hinder your sight, increase the city's pollution, and so on. But you don't have to worry. You can stay out of the weather conditions as long as you have access to the underground portions of the city. Story mode is different from survival mode in that time does not go by. You're limited to a few areas of the map and is divided into acts, which can be unlocked by looking for documents in survival mode, 3 per act. Story mode is pretty basic, as the acts involve different aspects of the game, like hunting, stealth, and so on. However, if you fail to complete the mission, you don't have to worry, as the story will start at the latest checkpoint so you can try to beat the game without starting all over again. Tokyo Jungle is one of those games which can entertain players who enjoy the Infinity mode of Dead Rising and MGS3 when it comes to hunting for food, as it gives players a chance to see if they can survive in a world where food is limited and the weather conditions get out of control depending on the type of animal they're using. I would recommend this game to fans of action survival, but I won't recommend this to sad gamers who are also pet owners or parents, as this technically an adult fear that will set their pets to be mentally scarred if they disappeared, and the parents will have to fend for themselves, but they're not properly trained to get their own food. So yeah, play this game when your pet is not around.